All right, welcome to math. Welcome to the video for today. So for a while we've been comparing fractions, right? And the very first kind of fractions that we looked at to compare were fractions that had a common or the same denominator. We call these common denominators when they're the same. And these were pretty not very challenging when we would compare them, because if they had the same denominator, we just look at the top to see which one is bigger, and then the alligator mouth eats the bigger one. So 2/8 is bigger than 1/8. Then we went on to a little bit more challenging ones where they didn't have the same denominator. But you could kind of see your eye with your eye that, ooh, maybe I can make these denominators the same, because I know that to get to 8, I could double 4. And if I double 4, you get 8. But remember, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So if I doubled 4, I have to double 2. And when I double 2, I get 4. And now we can say, which one is bigger, 2/4 or 1/8? And when we look at it, we can go, well, 2/4 is the same as 4/8. And we know that 4/8, they have the same denominator now. 4 is bigger than 1. So 2/4 is bigger than 1/8, because we use this as our little like sneak peek to see. And these are pretty easy. I'm going to show you a really quick method for fractions that you guys can do. I've been saying this to my class for a little while. A quick method that you guys can do, it's called the butterfly. And this works for fractions, well, all fractions when you're comparing them, but it works especially well if they do not have the same denominators. So I need to, right here, I need to figure out which one is bigger, 3/5 or 5/7. And what we do when we're doing the butterfly, it's a really important step. We're going to make a shape that looks like a butterfly. But what we do is we start at the bottom and we make a loop and we go up here. And then we multiply these two numbers, but you always start at the bottom. So you do 5, go up to the top, times 5 is 25. And we're going to make the same loop here. We're going to multiply these two numbers here. Start at the bottom. 7 times 3 is 21. Now, you can use these numbers, whatever the biggest number is, that will be the bigger fraction. So you can say the alligator would eat 5/7 because it's bigger. It gets a little bit messy sometimes when you do this, so I'll make it nice and orange here. 5/7 is bigger. So let's try another practice one here. Again, this is called the butterfly method, and I'm going to give you guys, you're going to have, hopefully I can find a worksheet that you guys can do some practice on. You'll like it because it goes a lot faster than before. Let's say we had 7/11 and 6/10. Again, you're going to do the butterfly method. So I start down here and I kind of make my little path like this. And I do 6 or 11, because you always start at the bottom, up to the top. 11 times 6 is, well, I know 10 times 6 is 60. And I add one more 6 for 66. And then I do 10. Start up here. You can always draw the circles if it helps. 10 times 7 is 70. That one should be known. And then you can say, ooh, which one is bigger, 70 or 60? And you're like, ooh, 60 or 70 is bigger than 66. So that means 7/11 is the bigger fraction. So this is called the butterfly method. We'll go over it briefly in class, but you can watch the video as many times as you want to figure out how to do it. The most important step is you always go from the bottom to the top and then write the number right up there. You never want to go 6 times 11 and write the number, because then you'll have it flipped and you'll get it wrong every time. So bottom to top, write the number right above it. Bottom to top, write the number right above it. That's called the butterfly method. Hopefully it goes well. If you have any questions, ask in whole group. Otherwise, I'll see you then. Bye.